Hi folks, I'm Rowe, BTD Sense and Game Calls. I want to take a minute today and talk to you a little bit about a question that we get asked a lot at our shows. And that is simply, how do I use a diaphragm mouth call? Well, using the diaphragm mouth call is not all that complicated. Mainly it's learning how to hold the call in your mouth, and that's what I'm going to talk to you a minute here today about. A diaphragm mouth call consists of several things. There's this raised piece underneath here that's called a frame. Most of them are aluminum. They can be flexed a little bit to make them fit your mouth. You have the reed part right here, which is actually the little latex or prophylactic material, depending on what it is. And then you have the tape, we call it, which is actually the green part of this call. Those three components make up a mouth call. The mouth call goes in your mouth with the open end, the horseshoe end, facing outward. And I'm going to use my finger as if it were my tongue. If my finger were my tongue, you want to take that call and lay it back just a little bit. You don't want it right on the edge of your tongue, right behind your front teeth. You want that call back about halfway on your tongue. And you want to use your tongue and lift that call into the roof of your mouth and make a seal between the tape and the roof of your mouth. Then you want to force air from your diaphragm, not just from your mouth, but out of your diaphragm. And then force that air over top of your tongue and underneath the reeds of the call to make the sound. So you take your tongue, seal the call in the roof of your mouth, blow the air out of your diaphragm over the tongue and underneath the reeds while you hold the call firmly in place with your tongue. First sounds you can get out of a call are not going to be that great. It took me several weeks to get my first sounds out of a call years ago, and they're going to sound something like this. Don't be discouraged. It's the hardest thing to do is get the first sound. Your first sounds are going to sound something like that out of your call. I guarantee it. After you master that, learn to do your Yelp. First call you need to learn to do is the Yelp. Once you get to doing the Yelp, you'll feel real good. Yelp's real simple to do. Say the word whop or kialk. A Yelp is a two-syllable sound. You have a high note and a low note. And a hen Yelp, something like this. Hardest thing to do, remember, is get the first sound out of the call. Once you do that, you can move the call around in your mouth, different places, and find out how it works best for you. Before you know it, you'll be making yelps, clucks, and purrs just as beautiful as you ever please with a mouth call. And that'll allow you to do what you need to do in close without making movement to seal the deal on that next turkey this spring. That's your tip of the week. Thanks for tuning in with us. We'll see you next week.